Hey everybody, good morning to you. This is Ed with another episode of Relationship Help. So I want to talk today about triggers. And triggers are things that happen to us when we're taking in information from somebody and it pings against our memory system that is unresolved. All right, so we can look at triggers in a couple of ways. One, how do we resolve them? And two, that they're actually a portal into revealing something about ourselves that needs to be healed. And the payoff is if you heal whatever it is that is getting triggered, then in the future, hopefully it'll no longer trigger you. So let's talk about that for a minute. There's many layers to it, many aspects to it, but the most important one is an exercise I learned, back like 1996. I was doing the Hendricks certification work, Dane Kathleen Hendricks. And this exercise is called the loop of awareness. So what is the loop of awareness? Loop of awareness is when I'm with somebody, or you can even practice this driving down the road. But basically I'm doing this. I'm going external and I'm saying what's going on in my environment, and let's put an individual in front of us that might trigger us. And what I do is I say to myself, first of all, am I present? And how do I know I'm present? And am I attuning to that person across from me? I'll do another video on presencing and attunement, but for now, let's talk about this trigger thing. So if I'm present and I'm attuned to the person, then I want to go back and forth between what am I doing, what are they saying, and what am I doing with that information? You can practice this anywhere, all the time with any of your friends. So the exercise is this. I'm with somebody, they're talking, I'm checking in, like what am I doing with the information that they're giving me? Am I anxious? Am I nervous? Or am I calm? And then go back out to them. And after a while, what will happen is you'll naturally feel this oscillation back and forth between you and the other person. And you'll recognize instantly when you've been triggered or when they pinged off of your memory system. Now, there's a couple of things you want to do. Let's say you get triggered. If both people are afraid, let's say the person's afraid and they're saying something that you can tell is argumentative, that means it's based on their truth, or maybe they're being a victim. We'll talk about the triangle, the victim triangle later. It has to do with, if you think of a triangle, at the top is blame, at the bottom left is victim, and on the bottom right is rescuer. So if somebody's on that triangle and they're blaming you, or they're being a victim about something they think you did, they're in a fear-based experience. We don't want to join them in that. So the reason you want to do this looping thing is to recognize, oh, I just got triggered and they're asking me to go to the triangle and be a victim or blame them or be a rescuer. I'm not going to join them on that. And of course, the rest of it is a long conversation about how to communicate with somebody that is triggered and they're coming from a place of fear. But for now, what I want you to get is this exercise, which is simply this. Practice tuning in, practice your attunement exercise or your ability to attune to somebody. Practice your ability to be present with somebody. And then just go back and forth. Notice what's happening in you. What are you doing with the information that they're communicating to you? And at some point in time, you'll reach a place where you go, oh, there's the trigger, but it just smooths out because you don't go into the trigger. You don't feed the beast. You don't get hooked into that fear and start feeding that. All right, so let me know what your questions are. Many blessings. Have a really good day today, and I hope this tip is useful. Let me know what else you want to know about. All right, bye-bye.